Right then, I was at the air gun range yesterday with one of my sons. We were shooting at 20 metres. He used the Virak HW100, one of their guns. I took two of mine. I took the Virak HW30K, and I also took the Kral MP02. The Virak had the 432 scope on, and that's 4x12x50, I think. So I would say the target no bother at 20 metres with the Nikon, but with the Virak, it's only a 4x32. I would barely see it. Anyway, I did a card with both guns towards the end of the session to see which one was the more accurate, and I'll let you have a look. Right, there are the two guns in question, and here is the card when I had them in a little competition. That's the Virak, the Springer, the Kral, the PCP. Now which one looks the better group? Bearing in mind the Virak only had the 4x32 scope one. I could barely see the target, and I would see that target no problem. The winner's the Virak, and that might surprise a lot of people, but my little Virak outshot the PCP. It's just a brilliant gun, actually more accurate at 20 metres than my little Kral. Can't remember how many shots that is. I think it's around about 5 shots, I think, and that is the same. I know it was 5 or 6 shots, and I give them both the same. I think it was 6, to be honest. I mean, that's not a bad group at 20 metres. I don't think it is a bad group at all. For the 2.2 and the 177 though, look at that. And like I said, I could barely see the target. Tremendous little gun. So what I would say on that, if you were choosing between a cheaper Springer or a cheaper PCP, off that, if accuracy is your thing, go for the little Virak without a doubt. Right then, and just to put that into context on how accurate both the guns are, that is a 5p piece. If you put it alongside the Kral's group, totally covers it easily, really easily. But if you put it alongside the Virak, that is an awesome little group. In fact, if I get a pellet, 2 seconds, I'll get a pellet. Right, difference in size, 2.2, 177. So that there, I'm sure there's about 5 or 6 pellets in there. Obviously that hole will open up if you were to lift the card, and then there's 5 or 6 of those in there. So if you peel back the card, obviously that hole is bigger than it, slightly bigger than it looks. Right, those are the pellets. I used 177 GSB Exact Diablos, GSB Exact Jumbos in the Kral 2.2. I mean, really, that's the hole. If you open it up, I don't want to tear it, it'd be unfair, but that is 2 good groups of 20 metres, I think. But that one, and still bearing in mind that I only used the 4x32, and that would literally barely see the dot. I think that's a fabulous group, I really do, for 20 metres. And the Virak is knocking out just over 6 foot-pounds, and the Kral, as you'll see on one of my other videos I've done, really surprised. It's 9.89 at its lowest, which is way under the claimed 11.5 foot-pounds, and at the most it was knocking out 10.45 pounds, I think it was. So both underpowered, but it actually helps the accuracy of the Springer, I think. And like I say, 20 meters. I think that's a great group. 5 or 6 shots in there. Brilliant. There goes the size difference between a 2.2 and a 1.77. Right then, so out of the two guns, the Kral, the PCP or the Virak, you want any gun, go with this one, really. I'm 5'6.5" and this gun fits me perfectly. Put a better scope on than the 4B32. It's adequate if you're only going to be shooting up to 10-15 meters. That's more than adequate. But going off that card, there, going off that card there, the middle one, you can get them kinds of groups at 20 meters with that kit there, that very same kit. 4B32 Virak scope, the gun, and you've got a cracking little thing. Trigger, like I've said before, best trigger in the world without a doubt. There's not a gun on planet Earth, I don't think, that has a better trigger than that trigger, in my opinion. The trigger on the Kral is really good, really good. But that's the gun for me. If you want your first gun, you don't know whether to go with Springer or PCP, do yourself a favour and buy the Virak. Right, I'm going to let you hear the cocking action, but listen to this first. That's a good gun test. No rattles. In 6 years, not once have I had to tighten any of these screws up. Not once. No rattles. Brilliant. If you hear anything noise there, it's my thumb probably shaking off there. But nothing rattles in that gun. Now listen to the cocking action. Nice and easy, nice and light. There's the crown of the gun. Absolutely beautiful workmanship. Beautifully rifled barrel, totally accurate. And I'll let you hear a shot. That's your safety. Simply push that in. The little red dot comes further out and you know the gun is live. Safety's on. Push it in. Little click. There you go. Virak HW30K. Like I said, do yourself a favour. If you're after a new gun or your first gun, buy that one. It's brilliant. So thanks for watching. See ya.